things. Really kind of all we had going on, just visiting and vacationing, and that's been a long time coming. Nathan?
Yes, it was. It was great. Sorry. We're if you're watching the stream through WDX, it looks like it's getting a little choppy right now. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. So, but yeah, the weekend was great. Had the family reunion. I didn't realize how musical my family was. And you're hearing Close It Cody in the background. It's Teresa's spirit animal, and going to take her spot for the day. But he's
all over the place.
He's all over the place.
And whiny.
Yeah, he misses his mom. So
Yeah.
I think we all miss her a little bit. She is traveling right now. She is in Niagara Falls. She's posted some live videos last night. It is absolutely beautiful. And my sister and them went there back several years ago, and they loved it.
Yeah.
It would be a trip I would like to take, too.
Well, I asked her if she had went over the falls in a barrel yet.
well, no, don't do that.
Huh? Well, some people have done it and survived.
I can't imagine, because the live video of that, it's crazy how fast that water is moving. I mean, it is insane.
Oh, yeah. And it's a big drop, too.
It is a big drop, but just the force of that water and I was wondering what it looked like underneath all that water, how big those rocks are.
I think they cut the water off at one time because they was working on something.
I think
they redirected it or something.
Wow, that's a lot of water to have to redirect.
So I don't know. I don't know how they done that.
Nathan,
but that would be fascinating to see.
I'm just trying to get this camera going, but it should be all right. Reactivating it and see if that's any better. If not, we're just on good old radio now.
Hey, Teresa is watching. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We're missing you here.
So did you find out any interesting things about my family at all?
Y'all are about like us. Just the northern version of ourselves. It was a lot of fun. Everybody was just super nice to me and the girls. And I don't know. It was fun. They're about like us.
Well, can't go wrong with that.
Good food. There's lots of good food all weekend. I felt like we ate fair food already because of the
the food at the extravaganza or whatever.
Yeah, we had funnel cakes and everything.
But yeah, so we had funnel cake, lemonade. Can't go wrong with that. That's the best fair food. Is that going to be in my face the whole time?
Oh, sorry.
Nate. Yes, it's going to be you. This is the Nate show.
I forgot the tripod. Hey, we were doing good. I thought I did good getting out the door this morning.
Yeah, me too. What'd you do over the weekend?
Work.
That's
all I ever do. Work.
I'm going to run him out.
Okay.
No such thing as a vacation.
There you go. Yeah, just put him in the car, roll up all the windows, turn the heat on, he'll be fine. So.
But that's all I did. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So
see, he's
just
too distracted.
And trying to keep him from whining and everything. But we do have the quote. Of the week.
We'll start with the quote of the week. So I just got it over to me, and the quote of the week is going to be: "The wise young person or wage earner of today's invests their money in real estate." Andrew
Carnegie.
Yeah.
Although if you watch the History Channel or something, they say Carnegie.
Carnegie.
So
Carnegie. So
Carnegie.
So the wise young person or wage earner of today's invest their money in real estate, which we always talk about that. We always want to, shout out to that because it's a great investment. Always goes up and safe.
Yeah, the land. If you keep your property, your house and everything, keep it well maintained, the value will go up. But if you don't keep it up, that'll bring it down.
Oh, absolutely.
So you got to keep it well maintained.
Yep.
And what else are we looking at here? Some of the things that are happening is the cutest baby contest.
Last day today to sign up for that.
Yes, and we're asking for a $5 donation. And all of the money that we collect from the entry fees go to the blessing boxes, for the food for the blessing boxes. And
You can, if you can't drop by the office today, feel free to email it to us, and we are asking for a $10 donation for that, because that will cover the cost of the photo paper and the ink and all that to get it printed out nicely for you.
and the email address would be floramidSouth@gmail.com.
There you go. I
There
think
you
we forgot to say that this morning.
Yeah, we forgot to do that. So, okay, where am I going to email it to?
Just email it out in the world. It'll get to us.
There you go. And yes, and then they will be displayed at our booth, and people can come by and vote for it.
Yep.
Vote for the cutest baby, and the winner gets a $50 photo shoot.
Yeah, for the baby.
For the baby. Well, glamour shots for the baby. So no, I don't think so. And also is
on October 7th, we got the bike rally, the Lawco bike rally.
Yes, Lawco bike rally
down at the square. So I believe it's going to be 4 to 8. You got your $10 entry for that. That's also going to be for local charities in the area. It's going to be split among 3 charities. We're not sure how those charities get picked, but it'll be 3 local charities. Like we said, it'll be 4 to 8. And just come out and check out some awesome bikes. There's going to be some axe throwing. There's going to be tattoo artists out there giving
Food trucks.
actual tattoos, food trucks. It's going to be a hootenanny.
a hootenanny. Yes, and that's going to be from 4 to 8. Okay, I lost it. There you go. And it's sponsored by Flora Mid-South Realty and Big Creek Winery West.
Yes, it is.
And you can visit their shop down there on the square.
That's a beautiful shop. If you haven't been there, get in there. There's awesome little seating areas, and it's just a cute little shop.
There's a lot of neat shops down on the square now. I mean, used to, it's just empty offices and everything, but it's starting to fill up with a lot of good businesses.
Yeah, we went to the Pie Factory the other day, a couple weeks ago when it first opened, and it was great.
Yeah,
it was real good. But yeah, if you're new to the wine world, or you want to try it out, Big Creek Winery West down there on the square is a great place to go. They're very knowledgeable on their wines, and because I'm not a huge wine guy, but when I go in there. I trust the bartenders in there, and
I can tell you it's amazing.
They know what
I do like wine.
Yeah, they know what they're talking about, and they'll direct you into a wine that's going to suit your taste buds if you just communicate what you like and dislike.
Do they have wine tasting?
I'm sure they probably.
Yes, they do wine tasting.
Do they charge for that, or?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, I can't remember, but for some reason I don't think they do charge for the wine tasting. Most places don't charge for the wine tasting. And I know they have like some crackers and cheese that you can buy.
Now, whenever they have the wine tasting, do you sip it, swish it around, and then spit it out?
No, I swallow that.
No,
I'm going to drink
that's
that.
alcohol abuse. What are you talking about?
No, that's, you watch all this stuff, and they'll swirl it, and they sniff it, and they sip it, and then
It
they...
has a hint of terra firm. That's just dirt.
Is this dirt?
Yeah, terra firm.
I've never heard of that. How do you even know some of this stuff?
I don't
well,
know.
terra firm is dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Yeah, the wine has a hint of terra firm. I've heard that in something. I don't know.
The things you learn.
Things I remember.
I have eaten some food that had the hint.
Of
It
terra
was
firm.
it was a big hint of terra firm.
We gotta teach the girls that one, especially Bella. I can imagine what she's gonna be like. It tasted like terra firm, except for in her really country accent.
Oh gosh.
It
that'd be great.
tasted like terra firm.
That's exactly it. I mean,
Very
she is so country right now.
Yeah.
I love it. She cracks me up on a daily.
And then we have Jeepers Creepers down on the 28th, October 28th, on the square. It's in conjunction with the Spook Around Downtown.
Yep.
I'm excited about that one. That's open not just to Jeeps, but to everybody.
Anybody that wants to bring their vehicle down.
Yeah, my
whatever
kids
it is.
love trunk or treats. It's fun. It's just
Well,
something
they
a little
love it 'cause
different.
You don't have to walk as much.
Well, no, I mean, we still trick or treat on Halloween and go house to house. I mean, that's just classic. But I love Loretta because that, for the door to door, right in the main part of like downtown, the heart of Loretta, or all that little older subdivision down there, and people go when I used to live there in town, we had over 100 trick-or-treaters. I'm thinking close to like 200 trick-or-treaters in one night.
Well, in Loretta, Mark Rolling's uncle, Dub Fowler,
Yes.
he really goes out for decorations
Nice.
and candy. And he has a lot of trick-or-treaters. And also, Dub's cousin, Mike Sandrell, he goes all out on
Somebody did Halloween Town theme last year, and it was amazing. Like, I don't know if y'all know what Halloween Town is, but it's a really big, it was, whenever I was a kid in the 90s, it was really big Halloween movie, the Disney Halloween movie. And we loved it. And they had, like, the bus and everything out there.
Nice.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about
I'm
Halloween
excited
this
about
year.
Halloween.
I know we're going to take Bella for her first haunted house soon.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I cannot wait.
Oh,
She's
haunted.
10, and she's going to be
She
going
said
to her.
she's ready.
Yeah, she said
ready
she
and
wants to go.
Oh,
Let's go.
nightmares afterward.
Nah, she'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll be fine. I told him, I was like, you're probably going to carry her probably the whole time.
She's brave enough.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
hey, you don't know till you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's?
I know there's adults that won't ever go to haunted houses. So.
Oh, absolutely. I know several that won't.
Now, have you ever been to a real haunted house?
Yep. Yes, I have.
I have not. He drove us by one when we was in Ohio, where he had grew up at. He was taking us around, showing us where he grew up at, and he said that house was very known to be haunted.
I never got to. I mean, as a teenager and hoodlum, we would run around and we would go out there at dark time at dark time.
At dark time.
At dark time.
At dark time.
At
Hey,
dark time. Hey.
see, like looking at yourself there?
Yeah,
Hey.
sure. But yeah, we would go out there during the dark
At dark, at night.
at night. Thank you.
At dark time.
At dark time, and we I never experienced anything, but other people said they did, and it was just in the community as a haunted house.
I guess some people are more sensitive to that than others.
You're probably right. I mean, I want it. I want that experience. And I don't know if I'm like wanting it so much that I might be like blocking it out somehow subconsciously or whatever. If you believe in that sort of thing, but
Well, we've had several things that happen to us. I've told a couple of different stories before where we've had not problems in our house, but just creepy things that happen in our house. Especially when I lived in Waynesboro, the house over there. Every one of us was convinced that there was something in our house besides us, even to the point that we were not home. Everybody was on a cruise. The whole family was on a cruise, except for a friend of mine. Her parents were staying downstairs at the time while they were building their house. And they said they heard footsteps upstairs the whole time at different times. Not the whole time, but different times they'd hear footsteps and they'd walk upstairs because they was like, oh, they're home early. What are they doing here? And they walked up the stairs to go look, and there was nobody there. And they walked around, thought it was strange, and they found one of my little girl's stuffed animals sitting in the middle of the floor all by itself.
Oh, wow.
Sitting up. And it was just odd. Things like that happened from time to time. Toys would make noises for no apparent reason. Doors you'd hear close, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Our dog, she would, because she never barks at anything or anybody, but every now and then, sometimes she'd be sitting there and the hair on her back would stand up and she'd start growling. So that was kind of our thing.
yeah, I want to. My aunt and uncle on my dad's side used to own a Noble Romans. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Noble Romans down here, but it's a pizza chain. And they had a few experiences in their restaurant that I will never forget. And then it was just great stories, and they swear up and down it was it's pots falling and all sorts of stuff. And then they come back the next morning and nothing would be out of place and stuff like that. So,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I know I have somebody in my family that they had a house in Loretta, and they had a guinea pig, and one night in the middle of the night when they were all sleeping, the guinea pig cage went flying across across the room and hit the other side of the wall and broke the cage. It didn't hurt the guinea pig, but yeah,
Like somebody threw it or ran?
like somebody threw it in the middle of the night, and water would come on by itself. The rocking chairs would rock at night by itself.
See, I would love that kind of stuff.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yes.
No,
Well, what if
no.
you'd have got hit with that guinea pig cage?
Exactly. And we joked.
There has been some people that have been scratched and everything.
Mm-hmm. No, when we were at the extravaganza, Bella, for 3 days while we were at this extravaganza shopping.
It's like an antique.
Yeah.
4,000 vendors, I think they said.
Yeah, and she wanted an old-timey baby doll stroller carriage. And we kept looking and kept looking. We wasn't spending no $80, $100 on one of
Some
these
of those
old.
things were like $300-$400. You're
Yeah,
like, what?
like ridiculous. So the very last day we were there, we found one, and the lady let us buy it for $30. It's old. It's from the early 1900s. It's a little rough. But I told her, I said, Bella, I said, that thing starts rolling around in the middle of the night. I said, it's got to find a new home.
It's going outside.
Yeah. Going in the burn pile.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, well, down at our building in between Leoma and Loretta, that thing, the building talks to us. I mean, when the wind's blowing, it whistles because there's holes in the it whistles.
Yeah.
But Homer and I were down there one summer. We had the doors open, and to let the air come through and circulate. And the front doors were open, and we were in the back. And people will come in and holler, and we go out and talk to them and everything. And we were there, and we heard somebody holler, "Hey!" We were back in the back. They, "Hey!" And we went and looked everywhere. There was no vehicles around. Nobody was out front. And we thought it might have been a motorcycle, but nothing had went by. You know how you hear that. So, somebody hollered, "Hey!"
You know,
at us.
supposedly, y'all have a lot of collectible stuff and older stuff. Sometimes
wanna go
spirits
into
can
that
attach to. Supposedly, spirits can attach to things and
Things,
objects. Yeah. I think that's really fascinating.
I'm sure you probably have a few things in there that.
I've got a bullet hole in the roof too.
Well, now that's interesting.
Yeah, we went down there and
Testing guns or something?
no, we were walking through and there was a bullet laying on the floor, and I looked up and there was a hole. Somebody had shot somewhere, and the bullet come through our building.
Ooh, I
Wow.
guess deer hunting season. It happens.
So it's like,
I do worry about that where we live at too. I mean, because there's a lot of hunting land around us, and if people aren't careful,
yeah, and you're responsible for wherever that bullet goes, and sometimes they can trace it back to your house.
That's good.
Yeah.
They should be able to.
Yeah, but not if it's shot in the air. You don't know where.
That's strange, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because you always see, like, cartoons or movies or whatever, people shoot up the guns in the air or whatever. Well, those bullets have to come back down.
Yeah.
They just don't disappear, so
And they don't float.
they don't float.
Your mama's back online again watching us. Do you have anything you want us to share?
So, but yeah, it was. I always like that kind of stuff, and it's just.
Yeah, we are actually big into, we love that kind of stuff. And we listen to a podcast called
Scared to death.
Scared to Death. And my daughter, my teenage daughter, is the one who got us hooked on that. And, we'll travel listening to that because we all like it so much.
Well, I think you may want to be that way until you actually experience it.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, because if you'll watch the show on TV about all of that, and some of it is pretty wild.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful about what you invite into your house.
I know Holly and the girls won't let me get a Ouija board.
No, it's
Because
not
that
happening.
That can, bring stuff in. And this one guy, he was on that TV, and he had this box, and it said, absolutely do not open it. It's sort of like Pandora's box. And he sat down one day and opened it up, and it unleashed a lot of stuff in his house.
Can you imagine?
So you have to be careful.
That would be horrible.
Burn a little sage, say a few prayers. Be all right.
Burn a little sage.
Then you'd have to get a priest to come in and cleanse your house.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boss Lady says maybe something about real estate. So she's
You
like,
think?
hey,
You
let's talk about
think?
some real
We are.
estate.
We're talking about haunted houses.
Well, we're getting into the Halloween spirit.
So,
We
okay,
are.
so talking about, we'll just transition to a little real estate. As realtors, excuse me, if you have a listing or if you're going to show a house and you suspect or know it to be haunted, Are you going to tell your clients?
You don't have to.
You do not have
That's
to.
not the question. Are you going to tell your clients? You know you don't have to.
If they ask, yes, I will. But am I openly going to be like, hey, this house is haunted? Because unless I experience something myself, I can't go off of hearsay.
100%.
That's my thought.
I mean, unless they feel something weird. Some people are in tune to that. And you don't have to tell them if somebody has died in the house.
Okay.
So,
You know, there is a place overseas that if somebody does die in the house, they do have to disclose it. And if it is known to be haunted, they have to disclose it. And then people cannot, if they tell them it is haunted and nobody wants to live there, there's something like they can't live there for like 2 years. It's something like that. It's really
That's weird.
odd. It's a strange little, it's an island close to the Philippines. I learned that from a client.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That is strange.
do y'all have any listings you want to showcase?
Sure.
We do have a new one coming on. It is going to be, it's in Wayne County, but is technically a West Point address. And it is a double wide on 18 acres, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It has been remodeled, metal roof. It's really cute little house out on some land. We're going to think that one's going to be going on at 220. That's a coming soon. And then
we got a couple in Loretta area. We have
We
one
do.
on Littrell Road. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. 275.
yes,
Yep, 275. And then we also have one on 99 Cart Pathway. New construction with one.
it's almost 4
Occupant.
bedroom, 2 bathroom. Keystone
Resort.
Keystone Resort area. Beautiful house. It's listed at 360.
Vaulted ceilings, plantation blinds.
Oh yeah,
It
she
is
did. She installed
gorgeous.
plantation shutters. Oh, it is amazing. Those are amazing.
Yeah. So are they blinds or shutters?
They are. They're called plantation shutters, but they're
Okay.
like blinds. They're just fancy.
It's really nice.
Really, really nice. And then of course,
We got
Red Hill Center Road.
Red Hill Center Road.
It's in Lawrenceburg. It is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. It could be a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, and it's listed at 225, I believe. Or
We'll double check that.
we'll double check that one.
But we also have a couple pieces of land as well. We have 10 acres out there on Cathy Creeks Road. Beautiful
In Hampshire.
in Hampshire. Oh, you were listening?
Oh, I was listening.
You were listening?
Hampshire.
So is it Hampshire?
It's Hampshire.
It's
Hampshire.
Okay, it's Hampshire. So we are. It's 10 acres. It's actually butts up to Cathy Creek itself, which is nice. Across the road a little bit, you go up the hill, and there's a nice little about an acre of it is open and flat for beautiful.
Somebody even
homestead
pulled.
area.
Somebody had a camper up there too.
Yeah.
And it does have electric available at the road. I love that.
Very easily.
Accessible.
Yep, very accessible for electricity. They did a lot of excavating work on it already down towards the road. They were going to put a big old shop out there, and then plans change. Life happens. They also took a big old mulcher. I forget what the name of it is, but a big old mulcher that runs up the whole way on one side of the property for easy access for utilities.
Yeah. I mean that one is, and it's only listed at 90,000,
Yep.
and that's a great location. It's right down the road from Keg Springs Winery. I'm excited about that one. We've had a lot of interest on it. I think it won't last much longer.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still have the Waynesboro 8.88 acres. We just dropped the price last week. Check it out. So
I think that's all we have.
Okay.
right now.
the Red Hill Center Road is 220.
220. I couldn't remember. For
I've
sure.
got one in Mount Pleasant. It's on a corner lot up there. It's a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. I also have a single wide trailer out on Pine Bluff Road in Summertown. It's actually in Lewis County, but it's a Summertown address, close to the trace. And I've got some rentals that are available. I've got a 1 bedroom, 1 bath on 5th Street. It's in a duplex, and I also have a 1 bed, 1 bath with an attached garage out on Scenic Road. And I have a 3 bedroom, 1 bath out on Harris Bryant Road in Lawrenceburg. Both of them.
That's nice.
They're all
Alright.
with the Lawrenceburg
Woohoo! We have
address.
some rentals,
So,
and it's about that time of year. I'm sure you're getting really people calling you all the time. Seems
Oh,
like
yeah.
toward the end of the year, people start calling you all the time.
oh, I get calls all the time anyway. rentals are scarce out there, and it's rare that I have this many available.
Yeah.
Good move.
Loretta, I don't know if anybody's been through that way lately,
They're
but right
building
there
a
at the
lot
red
of-
lot,
Yep.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have built there's bunches of apartments
Right
being
behind
built.
Hardee's.
Yeah. And they're luxury
Luxury
apartments.
apartments.
Yeah.
Who knows what that means?
I know. I was wondering too.
Luxury is one of those words that are very subjective. What's luxurious to one person is not going to be luxurious to all. So it's one of those marketing terms that just gets people's interest.
Well, of course. That's smart marketing.
So who wants to do numbers aren't sexy, but they tell a story?
That'd be you, Kat.
let's go ahead and go to commercial.
Okay, we'll do a commercial
and
break
then we'll
and then
come
do
back
that.
with some numbers.
All right.
You're listening on WDXE.
Songwriter, and I want to give a plug to Flora Mid-South Realty. They are going to help you out and do such an incredible job with getting you started on buying a house, whether it's your first time or your repeat customer. Definitely hit them up, and they would love to help you.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or stop by their offices at 1288 First Avenue in Lawrenceburg or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
Hi, I'm Holly Wallace with Flora Mid-South Realty.
You know, ever since I was a little girl growing up in Loretta and drawing houses, I've had a passion for homes. I love what I do, and I love working with people and helping them find their dream homes. And I look forward to working with you.
Please call my mama at 931-345-2406.
Let the gang at Flora Mid-South Realty help you out. Call 931-762-4247 or online at floramidSouthRealty.com.
Welcome back.
To Flora Mid-South Realty Rockstars and all
Rockin'
things local.
There you go.
Rocking the real estate
Rocking
and all
the
things,
real
things local.
Yeah, here we go. We'll get it right.
We'll get
One
there.
day.
We don't have Boss Lady here, so it
well-
feels a little off today. So, Pat, you got numbers, correct?
Okay, yes. Numbers aren't sexy, but they tell a story. I've got a few here. As of yesterday, we have 108 residential active listings. And last week, we had 8 under contract showing. That means that the owner will take backup offers. And the average price for those are $339,775. And we have under contract not showing was 2. And that's where the sellers are satisfied that this is going to close and everything. And so they're stopping all showing. And the average sale price there was $225,000. We had closed were 5 last week. The average days on market was 47. The list to contract days was 51, and the contract to close days was 32. And the average sale price per square foot was $156.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a good way to know about what, if you're considering selling your house, possibly what you might want, you might be thinking about what it could list for, possibly.
Yeah, that's what, whenever I try to do a comp, I'll look at other areas, and then I'll also look at the square foot, sale price to square foot, price to see, what that would be.
Yeah, that's real smart. Because you can kind of see what everybody's kind of getting as an average.
Yeah, just an average.
Yeah.
So you can do that. And the interest rates are up a smidge.
Smidge.
The 30-year fixed conventional rate is 7.5%. The 30-year fixed FHA is 6.5%. And the 30-year fixed USDA and VA loans are 6.625%. And to get those rates, it's based on your credit score. The better your credit score, the better your rate.
Right.
Absolutely.
And there's things out there, people buy down rates. I mean, there's a lot. If you work really close with your lender, there's different things they can do. There's all sorts of products out there. If you need down payment assistance, there's THDA. I mean, there's a lot out there.
Not only that, we like to work with lending brokerage firms because you tend to get better interest rates.
Just because they shop around for the
you.
best, for what fits you best. I've got one who've been approved for conventional. We're going to do conventional. And then now we're kind of like, well, we might need to look at FHA, and let's switch to FHA because the just the way that she figures it and works it. I don't know how she does it, but it's amazing. And to get them better rate and better payment, it's pretty good. So if you're looking to buy, please give us a call, and be more than happy to help you get in touch with some of our local lenders.
Absolutely. So hunting season's about to start for some deer, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's coming up. But hunting season, what do you mean by that?
Well, just deer hunting.
Deer hunting.
Just squirrel?
Squirrel. No, I'm just trying to transition to.
He's trying to do the segue into the into the season, real estate season.
Yeah.
That is true. Real estate season, yes. Listing season is going to be really dwindling down pretty soon.
Because of the holidays.
Because of the holidays, we hit a slow season. It doesn't
I
mean
it's
it completely stops.
It doesn't, but it's very difficult to be moving in the middle of Christmas.
It's a good time right now to actually list so that you can be in your new house.
Correct.
The holidays.
Yes, it's about right.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah.
But life happens, and I do know people still move and move different places and stuff like that. I moved a client of mine who I'm really good friends with just right after Christmas. They had to move because of job changes.
If
Life
for
happens.
anybody out there that wants a really good Christmas present that's going to buy somebody a house, that would be. I can't wait to the day that somebody buys somebody a house for Christmas, and then gives it to them on Christmas.
Wouldn't that be neat?
It would be epic.
That
Yeah.
would be.
And what are you going to do? Win the lottery to do that?
Well, somebody out there could. I can't, but somebody
And
could.
if you do that and you're shopping
well, no,
for a
like
house, call us.
yeah, absolutely. But no, it's just
We'll put a big bow on it.
that would be
Oh, I'm having issues this
that
morning.
that would be a extremely large bow. That'd be expensive bow.
I don't care. I'd pay for it. Ooh, I'm having.
Okay, please stop. Okay.
Sorry.
Just let it lay there. Leave it
Just let it
alone.
go. Just let it go. But yeah, so listing seasons, and then right after the holiday season. How far after the holiday season?
Not
usually?
far. It usually starts by the end of January. We already start picking back up. Again, come March, it is in full swing.
Yeah, people like to buy and be in their house in spring. I mean, you have seasons that people like to be in a house. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, I mean, January is really cold, but it does. I noticed that when I first started, when everything kind of started picking back up, I mean, it's a slow start because it's cold. They don't really necessarily want to get out and go look. But then you get better buys because some people who are selling, they need to sell. At this point, they're like, okay, we've got to get this sold. So sometimes you can sometimes get better deals.
Okay,
I've noticed. That's just my opinion.
fair enough.
there you go.
So what else did she say? Well, of course, we talked about the selling season, listing season. So I guess, what else do you want to talk about?
Wabbit season.
Wabbits. Wasky wabbits.
We did not come prepared this morning, apparently.
We're just fine.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
we're doing
we've talked
great.
about ghosts. We could talk about aliens, too.
Oh, yeah, they need houses too.
They need houses
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Apparently they're already here, so they're already living somewhere.
That's right. That's right. So we've got aliens and we've got
And any
ghosts.
aliens out there looking for a property that you need to put your spaceship on, let me know.
We've got
good
acreage.
We got
Yeah,
acreage.
we've got acreage. You know,
Got
you can
acreage.
have your private.
secluded out there.
Yeah, and you can have your private landing strip and everything.
Hey,
yeah.
I'll sell to anybody. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
I'll keep secrets.
money's money.
There you go.
Money talks.
So yeah, aliens and all. And so I mean, I had to do an eviction last week. It wasn't pretty,
They never are.
and I hate to do those, but it is a necessary part of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it is in real estate. So how does that usually work? Do you serve them an eviction notice
Oh, there's a whole thing you got to do. A whole rigmarole.
yeah, you have to give them a notice. The circuit court clerk, they prefer you give them a 30-day notice. So you give them a 30-day notice with a certified letter. And then,
That's just to vacate the property, right?
to tell them,
Yeah.
okay, we're fixing to do an eviction if you don't get out.
Yeah.
And then you go to court, and a judge will give them 10 days to get everything out. If they're not out in 10 days, after the 10th day, you go to the circuit court clerk and you get a writ of possession. And then that is sent down to the sheriff's department, and they get in touch with you and say, when do you want to do it?
So they go out there and physically like stand there and make them like get their stuff out.
They control the situation to make sure there's no conflicts. You know, they tell them your stuff's got to be put out, and if you don't put it out, then we have to get somebody to put it out, and it's just set out in the yard.
I wondered how that worked.
Yeah,
If it was
so let's say that happens. You know, sheriff shows up. Whose expense is that? Does that fall on the homeowner or the property management, the landlord, or is that going to be tied into the suit for the back pay rent? Or
well, whenever you go in to and the judge gives them 10 days, he sets another date for a court appearance to get expenses against the tenant. So you can charge them with back rent and the cost of doing the eviction, which is hiring somebody to come out and set it out.
and this is why you hire a property management company who
'cause
does
that's
this for you.
And then whenever the sheriff's there and you get somebody has to set it out, then that can stay out there for 48 hours. And after that 48 hours, if the tenant goes back on the property, they're charged with criminal trespass.
So after 48 hours, the stuff still stays there. They haven't gotten it. What happens to it?
Then the property owner has to dispose of it.
Okay.
So,
It just belongs to them after that.
yeah, it goes to the dump or wherever.
kind of like when you buy a house and then contract date and possession date, whatever's on the property is yours now.
Correct. Yeah. I've had people to
Unless
get
there's,
really
like-
upset over tractors because they didn't get these old tractors off of their farm equipment. And it's months later and they're like, hey, we didn't come get that tractor yet. And I'm like, you had plenty of time to get that tractor gone. It's not yours anymore. And we've had some issues. Luckily, they all worked it out. But I really have had that happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's contracts for a reason. Yes, if you can have, if you've talked about beforehand or whatnot, a lot of people are very reasonable and understand. But you definitely need to voice that and have a plan beforehand, and just don't assume it's going to stay there and be there when you come back months later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It really does become, it belongs, whatever is left on that land becomes theirs.
By law, by
becomes
contract, it becomes theirs after you take possession over the property.
Yep. I've had cars and tractors. That's been the issue that I've ran into, is just cars and tractors, or the old ones that, were left there.
Well, that's where you put in the contract, either an amendment or whatever, saying that the previous owner has so many days to get it off. And after that,
It's gone. Yeah.
you can do whatever you want to with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sell it for scrap.
That was when I was new. It's been a learning process since
Right.
then.
And the price of scrap metal, I think it's gone down. So
It's not that good anymore.
I
I got a lot of scrap metal right now. Where do I take it? Other than I only take it to the Lawrenceburg dump.
no, you
There's
sell
a
that
place on
scrap.
Highway 64, close to where your mom is, that there's a place out there. There's a recycling center.
It's Grimes is out on 64. Burleson
Okay.
in Etheridge.
That's right. I forget about that one.
Yeah.
I just always just take it to the dump and throw it in their scrap metal pile.
No, you can make money on that. Even if it's a little bit, you can make a little money on it.
I actually got a lot of scrap metal that I need to get off the property.
So Burleson, he's my first cousin, Willie. Yeah, so
Pat, you're related to everybody.
just about. And or you can take it to Pulaski.
Okay. Well,
That makes me think. I was thinking about this last night or this morning. I don't remember when. And I would really I'm trying to put together phone numbers. So if you are a handyman, a plumber, you do lawns, please message me or Nathan your information and what you do, because I'm trying to put together a list. We are always in need of people who can take down trees, who can do foundations.
Well, not only that, we have a lot of, and that it helps us because we have a lot of out-of-state clients.
Yes.
For whatever reason, recently there's just been a lot of
A bridge. Somebody's needing to have a bridge put in on their property. So I mean,
if you do bridges, get a hold of us because we
please.
might have a job for you.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a guy that I use for my rental properties. So he does cleaning, he does some electric,
Minor stuff.
yeah, plumbing.
So if you are, listen to me now, if you are self-employed and you do any of these things that could be beneficial to land or a house, please send us your information, because I'd like to have a list of that we can share with our other agents in the office, because we always have people that just call us, even past clients, say, hey, who do you know to do plumbing or roofing? It's anything that you can think
I'd
of.
rather have an answer than to say Google it.
Exactly. Especially somebody local. I would rather send them to somebody local instead of like the only one that I know of that does the foundation. They're out of Nashville. They're extremely expensive.
Who?
That is it AFS.
Uh,
They're good, but you pay for it.
I have used that Frontier Foundation and whatever. They have the commercial that says all things basementy.
Oh.
I've used those.
Okay.
And they're pretty good.
I know, I'm pretty sure it's AFS, and they're great at what they do, but I know you pay for it. But it would be nice to have, on a smaller scale. I know one of our agents right now is looking for somebody to do some foundation inspections and stuff and get a quote for that, to have some foundation work done. So if you do that or know somebody, please let us know. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always need that information.
Oh, yeah. And we like to help local.
Yeah, and if you own real estate that you are renting out, if we don't have anything, I usually try to refer to other people that have rental properties. And I don't know everybody out there that has it. So, if they could give me their information, I could pass it along.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. So, yeah, if you have rentals, yeah, call Pat to get her that information too. We are.
Yeah, because it's like a hub in the office for rentals, because they see property management, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, do you got any rentals?" And it'd be nice to be able to pass them along. Get them still. Even though we're not involved with it, it'd be nice to let them know, like, here's another.
We
number.
care. We actually care. We got to get people, in homes.
Yeah. I mean, when we don't have anything, I don't care to give out other people's phone numbers and everything.
Right.
I don't care to do that.
Yeah.
Because it helps the people.
Mm-hmm.
We do like to get involved with the community. Speaking of that, we do blessing boxes. We have a big part of that, helping fill the blessing boxes. That's something that Teresa has put together.
That she holds very dear to her heart.
She does. And blessing boxes, and it's getting to be about that time of year where holidays are coming, and so the need goes up even more. And people tend to help a little bit more during the holidays because their money is just going to lots of other things. It doesn't take much now to have $200 worth of groceries, and you only have a few bags of groceries now. So people need they need that extra help until some income can come in to help them through the month. So if you have food, you would like to donate, I know financial, Venmo. She has Venmo. You can always Venmo. It's
cold hard cash.
Yeah,
Bring it to the office.
Bring it to the office. If you need us to pick up anything to take to the blessing boxes, that is done. Y'all do that once a month? Mm-hmm. And it's toward the middle, toward the end.
Towards the end.
end.
It may be the first of next month because of the fair. I'm tied up with that.
Right. And I know Teresa's out of town, but I know we take the donations in, and they go to all the blessing boxes they can and put as much as they can
44 boxes around? Is that the number right now?
I don't know. Some people have added some.
They've added some.
So that 45 to 50 boxes in our community that we would love to fill every month.
All over the county.
Over the county.
Yeah.
And they don't take long. And I was driving down close to the square over there few weeks ago, and I saw a little old lady, in an old beat up truck to get out, and she opened it up, and because I was sitting there at a stop sign, and I was just kind of watching, and she got out maybe 3 or 4 cans, and then she went in her truck and she left. And there was still several cans left there. She didn't just go and empty out this box and being greedy. No, she went and took a few cans of things that she needed, and I could tell she was an elderly lady, probably handicapped, and from the way she looked, I mean, just walking. And this is what probably helps her get through the month until some more assistance can come through to help her. And I like to see that we are able as a company to do that for families.
Sometimes you just need that little bump at the end of the month before you can get your...
And everybody has hard times. I mean, I've been there. And so...
Oh, I've been there too.
I know Teresa has too. And, you know, a
A
single...
lot of rice and beans.
Yeah, and your mom was a single mom at times. I was a single mom at times. And let me tell you something. When you're trying to feed kids, it's one thing for you to miss meals, but it's hard to watch your children ever go without. So... that's just our little spiel of Blessing Box. Please donate and call us.
Thanks for the downer, but yeah.
Welcome. I just want everybody to donate. I think it's really important.
It's very important. And a lot of work, but I mean, if any high school kids out there need hours for, I don't know if you guys do community service hours.
They are doing community service hours. The high schoolers are to get their scholarship, for their Hope Scholarship. They have to have so many hours.
If you're looking for some more hours, get a hold of us. We'll schedule.
Put you to work.
Yeah, we'll schedule a time to help pack, because we turned the office into a warehouse for a minute in one of the offices, and then we have to pack each bag for each box. And if you need some hours for your high school diploma, get a hold of us, and we can always use a helping hand. So.
Yeah, it's for their scholarship is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Clarissa has to do that too.
Up in Ohio, community service hours just to graduate.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, just to graduate, you had to have so many hours. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of high school, the Loretto Mustangs are really on fire. I'm sorry, I got to switch it. I see your T-shirt. It was, but I had to bring that up.
We were in Ohio watching Loretta
the
football
game from Ohio. We did on YouTube. They are really on fire this season. They beat Lewis County, and it had been 21 years, I believe, is what we heard.
22 years.
22 years.
And 21 from Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, they beat Lawrence County.
Yeah, sorry, Lawrence County.
But it's great watching these boys really work hard and just come together as a team. The fans all come together too to push our boys to do great. It's an amazing thing to watch these kids. So I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I miss high school football. It's different than pro, obviously, but
Did you play?
Tell me, how did that game go last night with the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers?
So you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Now, the game was actually entertaining. The game looked like not even a high school game. I don't know what was going on last night, but it was an interesting game. I don't want to say a good game. There was some good plays, but the game itself was just awful.
You're a big Cleveland Browns fan.
I am.
Dang Yankee. Mm-hmm. But the running back got hurt really bad last night.
Yeah, Chubb. My boy Chubb.
That injuries, it was so bad they wouldn't even air. Yeah, they wouldn't air the replay.
Said they wouldn't air the replay.
They would not show the replay. Of course, what did Holly do? Holly got on Facebook and found the replay and had to watch it. And
well,
we're all going,
it. Ooh! They showed it on the jumbotron in the stadium, and you just heard the crowd just oh.
Oh wow!
It literally
it's bad.
Chubb's running, and it took his knee. Literally, you know how your knee is supposed to work, it literally went opposite.
It went completely opposite. You just watched it, and it's like the foot was turned the wrong direction, knee was going the wrong way. We're like, ooh! I mean, you saw it happen.
They wouldn't replay it on TV. It was so bad. But I didn't look it up this morning because I was running a little late. But I'm sure that it's major injury.
It's a major injury.
But no, the game was pretty entertaining, and we ended up losing. But hey, and it was the Cleveland and Pittsburgh game, and it's a big rivalry. So, and then it was kind of weird because I forgot it was Monday night this week, and we showed up to a friend's house to take them a bed that they have some family coming in, so they're going to borrow a bed. And they turn the game on, and they're diehard Pittsburgh fans. Yeah, so then I'm like, wow, this was perfect timing, so we're jawing back and forth, all that good stuff. So
Yeah. We're enjoying the football season.
Yeah.
We really are. We're really getting into that.
we won't talk about the Tennessee game, but our Buckeyes did their thing. But
Tennessee, I know. Bless them. It's about all you got for them.
That's right. I kept saying, don't worry, Loretta won. That's all right. That's all right. Loretta won, so
A lot of the good teams.
Your mom said his Aunt Karen is rocking the win. That's right.
Oh yeah, Aunt Karen.
She is a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Ugh.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of rivalries in that, football. And, the Aaron Rodgers, his injury, they said that he would be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
They said they've done a procedure on him that is groundbreaking and that he may be able to make a comeback.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's
Well,
amazing.
these guys are so physically built that, if they get injured, their body can heal itself very easily or whatever. You know what I mean?
Very quickly.
Very quickly, thank you. And, you never know. I mean, that injury on Chubb last night would just kill
So
most
if you've got a
knees,
strong
so-
stomach, you can go to Facebook and you can find the video and watch it. We watched it in slow motion, and it's like makes your stomach churn just
it's
a
pretty
bit.
gruesome.
It's no wonder they didn't show it on like the big time TV.
Yeah. So that's right. Like all Browns fans says, there's always next season.
That's what a lot of fans say. And a lot of your college teams that have been really good, like Alabama, I think they're slipping some too.
Pat, I'm curious. Are you for any football teams at all?
No, I don't watch football.
What about Homer?
No.
Oh, he's all his alien kick.
Aliens. Ancient aliens.
Well, we know Teresa is a Vols fan.
Yeah, big Vols fan.
And
But she's a Buckeye fan too.
She's a Buckeye fan,
but she's
too.
more of a Vols fan.
she is. And I'm just trying to convince you to come on over to the Orange.
Nope. Scarlet and Gray all the way.
Now, if I'm rooting for a football team, a college football team, it would be Vanderbilt.
Oh, I do love Vanderbilt.
Okay.
I do
So-
like me some Vanderbilt. They've been great to us. So,
So, yeah.
yep. All right. We got any of those things?
I
Because
think that's it. That's about our time.
guess we need to give out some phone numbers
Yep, give the phone
and
number.
location.
Okay, you can come to the office at 1288 First Avenue. We're located behind the radio station, McDonald's and Burger King. Or you can call the office at 931-762-4247. Or you can call me direct, Pat Bradley, at 931-345-2736.
You can reach me or Nathan. We are the Kevin's home team. You can reach us at 931-345-2406. Of course, we're all over social media, and you can find us that way.
Well, we need to get back to that, doing some videos and stuff. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, life just happened. It's been busy.
I want some Thirsty Thursdays.
Thirsty Thursday. Ooh, yeah, we were doing that. We need to get back into that again. That'd
Need
be
some
fun.
Taco Tuesdays, too.
Oh, that's right. Pat loves her Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a wrap. So we're going to go ahead and
Love
sign
you.
off. And everybody have a good week.
Hey, we can do Food Truck Friday, too.
Food Truck Friday. That's a new one.
You
They
know,
do
Frank
Food Truck
you and
Friday.
Bank is doing Food Truck
Yeah.
Fridays.
Do a video going around
Ooh.
Food Truck Friday.
Guess what we have?
down.
We have a date Friday for lunch.
All right. Well, you, Pat and Holly, have a good day. No, I love the food truck. So, all right, everybody, have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Jonathan Savage. In a few minutes, President Biden's expected to lash out against Russia, addressing world leaders at the UN General Assembly, where the invasion of Ukraine's a big topic. UN leader Antonio Guterres just said,
The war, in violation of the United Nations Charter and international law, has unleashed a nexus of horror. Lives destroyed, human rights abused, families torn apart, children traumatized.
Now, President Biden's also expected to talk up more global efforts to mitigate climate change.